Hi, and welcome to this Polaris FID tutorial video. In this video, I'll show you which are the preliminary activities that you need to perform before starting a monitoring campaign. When the instrument is ready and you are in the method menu, it is a good practice to do some preliminary activity before starting the proper analysis. Surely it is a good thing to monitor ambient air for 5 to 10 minutes before measuring the gas in the stack, so just pressing continuous. In this way, I can clean the internal tubings of analyzer and make sure that everything is stable. Afterwards, you need to check the baseline, so you scroll down and go on Read 0 and press Enter. It is important to have a value as close as possible to 0. You should always wait for a few measurements just to be sure to have a stable result. In this case, I selected a 50 milligrams method and I'm using the integrated 1 liter zero air cylinder. I could also use an external gas tank, or in other methods, there is the possibility to use ambient air as zero air. So after a few minutes have passed and the value is stable, I can stop the measurement just by pressing Enter again and going back to the method menu. If I'm satisfied with the zero value, I can then proceed with the analysis. Otherwise, I need to adjust it and modify the baseline. So here I just waited enough time and I can press Enter and go back. Be waiting. And OK, Enter. Okay, so in the method menu, I can select the proper line, which will help me in modifying the baseline. So this is called internal zero adjustment. With this option, the analyzer adjusts the zero value, adding or subtracting an offset value. So in this case, for example, I subtract this minus 0.781 milligrams of carbon per cubic meter. It is important to remember that this adjustment is valid only for this method, so if you load a different one, you'll need to repeat the entire process. Once I'm happy with the offset value, I can go back and read again the zero. So this time I'm expecting a much better value, closer to the zero than before. It is normal to read some negative value at the beginning. This is just because the FID is equilibrating again and needs a short time to get a stable value. So obviously you don't need to bother about this. So in this case, I'll just skip this part and without waiting for the value to be stable again, I will go directly back to the method menu and without saving the data. So just press Enter to end the measurement and go back. Okay, measure completed. I'm not saving data. Okay. It is possible to repeat the same process and check the baseline through the heated sampling line. In order to do so, I need to select external zero adjustment. In this way, I can make sure that the sampling line is clean and there is no remaining VOCs coated on the internal surface, thus preventing false results during the monitoring. If I see values very different from zero, it means that the filters or the probe or the heated line are dirty and I need to clean it. So, in general, both the internal and external zero adjustment should not be necessary. I mean, you don't need to perform this adjustment every single monitoring. So if everything in the instrument works properly, you should be able to go without it. So for some specific case, it's useful. Then, going to read span, it is possible to check if the instrument is still calibrated. So in this case, I'm using the integrated disposable cylinders, and I'm expecting a concentration of milligram of carbon very close to the one specified in the bottle label. Also here you need to wait few measurements before the value stabilize, and if the span check is within your requirements, you can finally proceed and start the monitoring campaign. So here in this case I'm analyzing a 40 milligram span gas bottle, so the values are very close to this number, and I'm happy with the result. So you just press enter to stop and end the measurement.
Pollution analytical equipment, the answer to your on-site detection challenges.